Hello and welcome to Mush Mashers, and today we're going to start off with a quote from Asmongold himself. 2025 and 2026 will be the years of the remaster/remake. Cheap to create compared to a new game, quantifiable existing audience, boost visibility of upcoming titles, Gears Day, little to no risk, controversy or boycott, literally easy W the industry right now. Apparently, what does this have to do with this episode? Let's get into it. Close the tab. Anyways, first off, this is according to Extordo, is reporting that, and this was on May 14th, when Grumsy posted GTA 4 and Max Payne 3 are going to get remasters this year. I know Gears of War was going to get a remaster this year, and this is according to Square Enix's roadmap that they gave to investors. It says enhance productivity by optimizing the developing footprint in the digital entertainment section. Establish a mid to long term pipeline to achieve shift from quantity to quality. After the current 3-year business plan, amid to release major titles, mainly in key IP, steadily. And so this is a FY, which I'm assuming is fiscal year 2026-3. They're going to release March 2025. I don't know how they do physical quarters, but whatever. They're gonna release the Pixel Collection on Nintendo Switch and PS4. June 2025, Beverly Default. Dragon Quest 1 and 2 to be released in 2025. And then it says plans to release multiple new titles and multi-platform titles. And they don't say anything, so that's kind of, I don't know what to say. I know they released Dragon Quest 3 already as a released. Then this is this is 3 years of rebooting. FF14 mobile title for Final Fantasy 14 China. This is to be determined. To release on Nintendo Switch, Final Fantasy 7 Remake Integrate. Plans to release major titles, plans to release multiple titles on multiple platforms, and plans to release major titles on a consistent basis. And that's also through after fiscal year 2028. Which, let's be real, I'm not sure if Square Enix is gonna. I hope they survive, but I doubt it because they literally botched Final Fantasy 14, and that's not even like part of it is a whole Welcome Lamont situation, but the other part is which I could go into. I'll just give a Spark Notes version. Is they spread the team too thin by trying to do other projects. They pretty much Ed Walker had no content. And lastly, they botched the story with Dawn Trail. Like, I understand it's supposed to be low stakes. The issue is, instead of like focusing on letting the characters have their own personal stories, the story was played too safe and was focused too much on Rook Lamont. Trail Expansion Pack could have gave other characters more depth, but it didn't. Plus, the Dawn Trail, statistically, it dropped in a huge number of players. That also means people buying less from the cash shop. Nintendo is releasing their older games too, like Tears of the Kingdom, Legend of Zelda, Super Mario Party Jamboree. They're making that, and if you have like the original Switch, you have to put an upgrade charge. My bad. The Forgotten Land is also being re-released. Zero is having a director's cut too. Two as you know also. Hyrule Warriors is being again re-released. Cookie Clicker 2 is also being listed as Cookie Clicker, also. So this isn't just new with gaming industries. I mean, I think movie industry had sort of a problem with remakes. But I think now they're definitely going to do it. Like they had a Final Destination, a new one. they're making Karate Kid Legends with Jackie Chan and a guy from the original one, which is kind of a slap in the face to the guy to the Asian mentor because he didn't go see the guy's funeral, but is sort of cashing in on a legacy that that guy helped build. But regardless, what's with all these remakes? Interesting enough, I think it has to do with monies. Like Asmongold said, this 2025 2026 is going to be the year of remakes, which I freaking agree, and that's why I posted that as sort of the opening quote thing, because it's true. I mean, Elder Scrolls Oblivion sold really well, and this moment had around 50,000 players. So while remakes are nothing new in this industry, I think especially with a lot of industries closing and a lot of companies losing money, this is an easy win, like Asmongold says, because they need to refill their war chests. Because I think they lost a lot of money betting on the wrong horses and the wrong people. That's what I'm going to leave it at. Glad many studios also shut it down, which I think if they would have listened to the customers at first, instead of community managers like just go and call out people and not listen, I think they would have had a bit more money and would have came out with this less scathed. But they listened to the wrong people. Plus, with the hostile atmosphere the journalists created, very easy to sell a remade game that is one-to-one remake of the original game, or at least close to one-to-one remake. Make bank. Like the Super Mario RPG for the Switch, it sold around 3.14 million units, and that was as of, according to Nintendo Everything, the original release only sold 2.14 million units. So essentially, uh, that's sort of one example I'm using because that it sold really well. And speaking of selling really well, many companies that are especially that are publicly traded have to answer to the investors, and if they're not making money, the investors will give them the boot and be like, "Get the fuck out." So of course, remakes are sort of the new option for the gaming industry because that's only what they have left. Plus, to add, it doesn't really help that they got many people who are so ideologically pickled that they can see past, their own ideologies. Yeah, that sounds like weird word salad, but what I mean is that they can't see, like, sort of, if they fail and, like, they put their I'll keep forcing their ideologies in game, they're going to get gone. Because either one or two scenarios happen is that one, they're going to get fired, or two, the company that they're working for, it's going to shut down because the company can't sustain itself. Being so ideologically pickled, at the end of the day, make products that don't appeal to gamers and will essentially tell gamers that this isn't for you on Twitter. And when gamers get the message, they'll be like, "Why do you want to buy games? You told us that wasn't for us. We got the message. We got the memo, okay?" And I think companies, like, they can't risk that, nor it would be easy to get rid of them because especially if they're in states like California, they're more pro worker, so they have more safeguards for the workers, which is good, but it's also like bad because you can't get rid of bad workers. But if workers are doing their jobs and companies are sort of abusing them, they're not going to understand when those safeguards would come in place. I don't think they want them touching any projects. But the issue is, at the end of the day, is even if they make remakes, if a community manager flaps off the tongue and attacks people, I don't think the game's going to sell well. No one wants to deal with that. I mean, it's just like a bad look where like this, or that they're istophobes or whatever, or that, Trump supporters should die. It's like, just zip it. And I think if the companies don't muzzle the community managers, um, it's going to be bad. Because here's the truth: gamers are a diverse group of people. They're black, white, gay, straight, and also Republican, Democrats, Libertarians. Everyone in a political ideology is a gamer. Not all gamers are like super uber political, but everyone who sort of follows some kind of political ideology, it might be a gamer. So it's at the end of the day in the company's best interest, like I said, to muzzle the community managers. I mean, I'm pretty liberal, I think, and I think it's disgusting to wish death on any supporters who support any politician, whether it be Trump or Biden. Like, it's fucking disgusting. Honest. But yeah, anyways, what do you guys think? Is this the year of the remakes? Uh anyways, are you gonna buy any remakes? I'm not sure if I will, maybe. But who knows? Anyways, happy gaming, take care, stay hydrated, bye.